Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. That's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers able to add on. It is now 27-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time, but contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take...
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That'll be intercepted. And the Bills will take over at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
A first down throw for Fields. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do was get back to the original.
And he's into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Boswell now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers add on to their already sizable lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. He's going to tuck it and go. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Run out of the gun with Grunt. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 2nd down, Allen. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
This one grabbed by Austin. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That one taken in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A run up the middle with Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So now they'll throw it with Allen. He's going to keep it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. To throw is Allen. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
That's taken in by Shakir. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. Under